The documents I'm presenting today are all in the theme of imaginary words and are Frankenstein or the New Prometheus. Published by Mary Shelley in 1816, The Telltale Heart, written in 1843 by Edgar Allan Poe, and Strange Case of Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, published in January 1886. Those are all Gothic novels, and so relate to each other because theirs contains elements of fear, horror, death, and gloom, and romantic elements such as nature and as well high emotion and fears and suspense. Every document are from the 19th century, when the Romanticism was one of the most popular literary genres back in the day. Relating to these documents, we are going to analyze how Gothic novels are describing feelings and emotion on works on the 19th century. First of all, Frankenstein was written by Mary Shelley, who was the daughter of the political philosopher William Godwin and of the feminist writer Mary Wollstonecraft, who wrote A Vindication of the Right of Woman in 1792 and was married to the well-known writer Percy Shelley, who was also a romantic poet that published To a Skylark in 1820, which is a lyric poem linked to Prometheus Unborn, a four-act drama that he wrote some months earlier. The chapter 23 of this novel is practically the last one because it only got 24. In this extract, we witness the death of Elizabeth, Victor's bride. She is killed by the creature. This scene is really sad and emotional, so we can notice the scientist's feelings. Mary used a pleonasm at the line 22, saying she is lifeless and inanimate, which means the same thing, and meaning she is dead. She wrote that Elizabeth is on a bridal bier, instead of saying that she's in a bed, because a bed is a coffin. It's an oxymoron. It amplified even more on the fact that she is dead and will never come back to life. Victor can't accept his wife's death, so he's using euphemism at line 44 and 46 by saying the breath had ceased to issue from the lips, to not admit she lived. This extract is somehow of a concept of irony because Victor ordered Elizabeth to go in a bed to protect her, and she died, and he expected to get rid of the creature, but he gets his revenge on his creature. The Telltale Heart was written in 1843 by Edgar Allan Poe, who was an American writer, editor, and literary critic. One of his most famous works is The Black Cat, that he wrote in 1843. This tale is a study of psychology and guilt. The Telltale Heart is a short story which the narrator is the murderer who killed the old man he's supposed to take care of. This tale somehow represents his thought. The man take care of the old man but come every night for 8 days to see how he could kill him. The man is frightened about the old man's eye, and he compares it to a vulture, line 17. It's a simile. And he keeps this expression at line 13. The vulture eyes, it's a metaphor with connotation of death because the vulture is the bird of prey which is associated to death. And last, his evil eyes, written in capital letters, which personify this eye. The man expressed his feelings by the adjective he used for the eyes. We know the man is feeling uncomfortable in front of this evil eye, and he's intimidated by the vulture eye. The story is more about the man's eye than his death. This homogeneous narrative made us concentrate on the eye. And last, Strange Case of Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, This novella, written by Robert Louis Stevenson, came out in 1886 and is about a London legal practitioner named Gabriel John Utterson, who investigates strange occurrences between his old friends, Dr. Henry Jekyll and the evil Edward Hyde. In the first chapter, even on the first line, we discover that Mr. Utterson was never lighted by a smile, cold, scanty, and embarrassing discard, backward in sentiment, lean, long, dusty, dready, and yet somehow lovable, which already gave us an idea of how this character shows his emotions. He doesn't really seem expressive about his feelings. Later in the first chapter, he says his affections, like heavy with the growth of time, they imply no aptness in the object. It demonstrates that in this novella, character or even Mr. Utterson don't really show emotions or feelings. It seems hard to guess what they are thinking about and how they are dealing with stress and other feelings which are annoying and disturbing. In the three Gothic novels, we discover that at the time, feelings and emotions were hid. Gothic refers to hide emotion and fears and everything that relate to horror and stressful feelings. It's kind of different for every novel, but most of the characters in Gothic have really hide and described feelings compared to other literary genres. Some literary devices like oxymoron or euphemism are really frequently used to accentuate feelings of fear and stress. Last but not least, it made me realize how much feelings are described and accentuated in Gothic novels and tales, and I really appreciate that atmosphere of being close of the character by knowing everything he feels.